Hello, hello. Happy Thursday evening.
Friday Eve.
Yeah, the day before the end of the weekend. So, hello, hello. My name is
Hello.
Kimon. This is Joelle. And somebody decided to print right now.
Lordy.
Somebody decided the printer is right next to where we are to print, and I'm guessing they're probably printing about 25 pages based on the way things work. But
Right.
happy Thursday evening. Yep, here we go. It's about 50 pages. I know who the culprit is. No names. All right, Joe, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. Pretty productive day.
Good day. Okay. All right. Welcome. See some folks are jumping on now. Welcome to our broadcast. We're doing a special. We call it our All Up in the Business Live, right?
Yes.
For some of you who've been tracking with us, we were doing All Up in the Business as our YouTube channel, and then one of us got a little bit slack. Don't blame it on Joelle. She was much more determined, but we want to do a live today. We figured it'd be a little easier to do it live so that we could just record and get it out to you and talk about some of the issues, some of the things we're learning. For those who don't know, my name is Kimon. I am husband and a father of three teenagers. Right, we got three high schoolers, three teenagers, all at the same time. And this is
I'm Joelle, and I am a 14-year-old teen entrepreneur.
what's up, Robbie? Good to see you, man. Good to have you on here. I think you're gonna like this discussion. We're gonna be talking about some really cool stuff. Good to see you. So, yeah, our topic this evening is how a teen can be productive during the pandemic, and we wanted to talk about that because, listen, we all in the midst of a really weird time, a really difficult time, a really challenging time. And so, if you're a parent of a teen, you might want to get them to come closer and watch this. And if you know someone who's a parent of a teen, share this with them. Teenagers can benefit. Really, anyone can benefit from the stuff we're talking about today. Just good principles for productivity in life. So share this on your platform. Hey, Nordia, good to see you. Good to see you. So there, let's talk about this. And can someone get a message to the person who is printing an entire book behind my back that we're actually live and they need to stop printing this stuff? All right. So listen, we're talking about how to be productive during the pandemic. And one of the things that I just wanted to start off by asking you, Joelle, is how has the pandemic affected you? What are some of the things during this time COVID has hit? It's been a very devastating thing for a lot of people. They've lost family members, lost jobs, lost businesses. But personally, how has it affected you?
I really enjoy coming together and like having like fellowship with people when they come over to our house, when we go out. And that is something that we have not been able to do during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, really, really miss that. And also like going out with friends or just hanging out in general. And also like I'm a person who like I want to be like physically in the same place as you. So that has like led me to like become distant with some friends, not intentionally, but like
Mm-hmm.
that's just kind of how it went. And like that has been hard because like I want to be like with you, we can do stuff, but that's just not how 2020 decided to go.
Yeah, and we're still 2021, some of
Yeah,
that stuff. And
continued.
I get it, right? Like, some people they can maintain friendships a whole lot easier just by phone calls and text. And some people it's a struggle when you're not able to see people, be close to them, do things together. And so that's something you're sharing here, that this pandemic, how it's affected you. I'll just say this. In our home of five people, we're the two extroverts. And so I think we felt the effects of not being around people probably a little bit more than some of the others in our home. And so, what's going on, Simon? Good to see you. All right, so we're talking about how to be productive during the pandemic as a teen. And I thought one of the things we want to make sure we're clear on. Well, this is going to be so good. One of the things I wanted to be clear on is as we talk about being productive, we don't want anyone to feel pressure, right? Because this is hard.
Yeah, it's hard on everybody.
It's hard. And so don't feel like, oh man, I didn't get enough stuff done. I don't want you comparing yourself to anyone else. So when we share some of the stuff we share about even what Joelle has done, I don't want you to feel like, oh, we're trying to guilt trip you, make you feel you didn't get enough done. Listen, we're all dealing with so much loss of connection, maybe loss of a loved one, loss of a job, loss of just something. And so don't feel any pressure. but we do think there's some principles that you can use if you have some goals that you want to achieve. And so we want to share those with you. Again, this is a non-judgmental, non-pressure, non-comparison kind of zone. But here's some tips, right? So how a teen can be productive during the pandemic. Again, you can share this on your own platform. Maybe there's somebody else who would benefit from this. So let's talk about this. First of all, Joelle, in the midst of all of this, you talked about some of the things that you have that you miss, right? Connecting with people coming over, having friends close to you. Let's talk about what are some of the things that you've actually done, positives that have happened for you during this pandemic.
So I was able to connect with the influencer, and I was able to be featured on her page and get traffic to my site from there. I was also able to be featured.
So for some people who may not know, before the pandemic, you had a business, and it was called.
It's still existing.
What is it called? Sorry.
It's called Joelle Day Nails, and it's called Joelle Day Nails, and it's a press-on nail shop for busy women who don't have the opportunity to get their nails done.
Keep going. The printer person just came. Okay, so the pandemic hit, COVID happened, and things happened. So after that happened, what are some of the things you were able to do while we were, distance and all that kind of stuff happened?
So with that business, I was able to be featured on the Shady Room and on different
for a good reason.
Yes, for a positive reason. Okay. And I was able to be on different influencers' platforms to share my business to their audience. Also, I started another business during the pandemic, which is called Slay Beauty. And I have some of my products here, by the way.
Okay.
Oh. And yes, I have been able to do that. Let's see, what else have I able to? Oh, I was able to be featured in Times Magazine for Kids, Tampa Bay Times, and I was able to be on different people's podcasts.
And the class you took.
Oh yes, I was able to I was able to participate in a entrepreneurship into equity.
Equity and entrepreneurship.
Equity and entrepreneurship class, and through that, I was able to present to entrepreneurs, which was a pitch opportunity. It was called 1 Million Cups.
And you met the mayor of Tampa.
Yes, I met the mayor of Tampa.
Okay, so good. Got some good stuff going. Again, this is not a comparison thing, but Joelle, one of the things that I admire, I get a up close look at you, get a behind the scenes look, is that you have some things that you do that allow you to get stuff done, right? Now, like, what are some of the distractions or some of the things that you might think for you and for other teens that stop you from being productive during the pandemic?
You have the TV in the house. You have your phone on you that you can be on during class, because sometimes you don't have to turn on your camera. Let's see, what else do you have? You have family members who can sometimes distract you, but sometimes that was not directed to anybody specifically. But
I feel the shade.
There's a lot of distractions, because like during summer, you have like been able to make activities that you want to do in the house. And now that you're in school, some of those activities are some that you still want to do, even when you should be doing something or can be doing something more productive.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about before we got on here is like just because you're not able to go out the house, every day can feel like the same day, right? Like it's like
Thursday or Tuesday?
You don't know what day it is. You have a situation where you can become very undisciplined, right? You wake up just like a few minutes, because they're doing school at home, but they're attending school, but they're watching from home. So you can wake up like 5 minutes before class starts, and as soon as school is over, you're home, and so you're not creating like those, like, okay, like this is happening. You're not extracurricular activities outside of the house, so you can binge a lot of stuff. You can spend time on a lot of consuming of other people's content and stuff, and you can really waste a lot of time. Even though you might have more time, you end up wasting all the extra time and not getting school done, not getting some of the stuff you want to get done. Like, I don't know if you want to say anything else. Yeah. Not getting your goals done. So let's talk about some of the things that you have done that have helped you to balance school and still do the stuff you talked about with your business. So what are some of your tips, some of the things that you have done as 14-year-old that other teens can learn from, or just adults? Because I'm learning from some of the stuff Joelle's talked about.
I think it is good to do a monthly goal, a weekly goal, and a daily goal, or
Okay.
even plans for that month, the week, and the day.
Okay.
So in the month, if you're like, this is going to be a school, like I'll do it for school, right? If for your month, you want to, by the end of the month, you want to have all A's in all your classes, or all B's in all your classes, or any grade in all your classes, or certain amount of classes. And then you would, for your weekly goal, you can talk about how you would do that. You're going to study for an hour. You're going to study for an hour every day after school, or focus on something to study for in each class. And then for your daily, you can make a schedule to do that, or I need to turn this in for so and stuff like that.
Yeah. A couple of things. I got a chance to like see some of these things that Joelle is using, and maybe some of them might be some things that you can use. So you have a calendar that you've had up on your wall. And I remember walking in there and seeing you had a goal. This is how many things I want to sell for the month.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get intimidated when you write your goals down, especially if they're like stretch goals for you?
Yeah, I mean, like if it's a big goal, it can always be scary, but you just got to know that you can accomplish it and make a smart goal.
So, and by the way, what do you know? Like specific,
Gosh, it's like
specific, measurable, attainable or achievable, relevant,
and then timely, right?
Time sensitive. Yeah.
Time sensitive.
Now, what's interesting, right? Like I remember seeing the goal that you wrote. What happens, because the goals that you set for the things that you want to do are usually things that you didn't do before in the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens when you set those kind of goals for, in terms of you accomplishing them? Are you usually like missing them by a lot, or does it kind of push you towards getting there?
Yeah, like I feel like even if you don't reach the goal, you would have went so much farther if you didn't set that goal.
Right. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
because like you are working towards it, you're going hard for that goal. So even if, like for instance, if you want to get 50 sales, and if you didn't write it down, what if you would have got 20 sales? But if you wrote it down, you worked hard for it, you would have got 40.
Yeah.
So that's the difference of writing it down, seeing it every day, working hard for it, keep on going even in the times that you don't want to go.
Yeah, I think one of the good on being productive is simply setting a goal and putting it in a place that it reminds you of the goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many times we set a goal mentally and we forget it, or we set a goal, we write it somewhere, we don't even see it. But just seeing that every day is like, you know what? Here's where I'm tracking. Here's where I'm going. And one of the things you even do is you put, here's how close I am, or here's my progress toward that goal.
Or like if you're trying to get 50 sales, for instance, like you can take the number down every single time.
Yeah.
You're like, I have like 10 more sales to get, 9 more. Like it can become a countdown.
Yeah. So I think for anyone, right? First of all, being productive, even during this time, is setting some goals and putting it in a place that you can see the goals that you set. All right. So then you have those goals that the monthly goals, and some of that might be health stuff. It might be because teens want to get more healthy, right?
Yeah.
You might say, I want to lose this amount. I want to gain this amount of whatever, right? Then weekly, I know one of the things you do is you kind of like plan out stuff for the week. Talk about that weekly planning stuff.
Yeah. So for school, I don't know everything that's going to happen throughout the week, but for my business, I do like to try to plan my posts on Instagram, even go as far to plan the stories that will go with it. I also try to plan my emails so that I can know what to send out, because I try to do email marketing, and then I try to plan out what I'm going to work on for my business, whether it's like editing my website, looking into SEO, anything like that, maintenance, anything like that.
Yeah. One of the things you're saying that's so important is if you have a goal, but you don't have a plan to get there.
Yeah, you always need to have a system to get to that goal.
Yeah, that's right. It's like if you say, I want to get to, we live in Tampa, we want to go to Orlando. You can't just like sit here saying, I want to get to Orlando. We actually have to like say, what's the route we're going to take? We're going to have to like put some kind of thing. What's up, RK3? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, so Joelle, you set that goal, and then every week you sit down, you say, what are the things I need to do that are going to get me? I know, right? Robert, listen, I'm still trying to figure out SEO, and I'm not 14. I won't say my age. But like she's saying, like she's planning that stuff out, because what if you didn't plan that stuff out? What would happen during your week with all of the stuff going on with school and stuff?
I feel like you would be overwhelmed by like the amount of like your goal, but like you don't know where to start and you don't have a plan. So it's just like, oh, what am I doing? And then that stuff can also turn into like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'll figure it out later, and then
Yeah.
later, and then later.
Procrastination, right?
Yes, I am not perfect on that either. My goodness.
Look, Robert, you said the interwebs weren't around when I was 14. We about the same age, Robert. So stop talking about me and make me feel like I'm a dinosaur. Yeah. Okay. So that's our monthly. You set goals each month. Each week you have a plan with action steps to reach those goals. And then, what's up, Keisha? One of the things that I see you do, I peeked over your shoulder a couple days ago and I saw you writing in this journal.
Mhm.
And that journal to me is like your secret weapon. So I'm going to ask you to share a little bit about your secret weapon, this journal, and how that helps you to be productive just in life.
So what I try to do every single day in my journal is I write down the day, you know, what today is.
Yeah, listen, hold on. You know how funny that is? That some days I don't even know what the day is, right? So writing down the day, like people might laugh, okay, big deal. Like seriously, because of how time is now, it's good to be reminded what day it is.
Yeah. So I write down the day and then I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for because it's always good to start each day with a grateful heart.
Say that good. So 3 things you're grateful for. Go in your journal.
And even if you're feeling down that day, you don't even know, like, think about the little things. Like, there's always something to be grateful for in life, I think.
I'm gonna ask you this. What's one thing you put on your journal this week that you were thankful for?
This week, I think I put down that my Amazon orders were coming through.
Cool. All right. Yo, listen.
I love Amazon, by the way.
Joelle is the Amazon queen. Her brother says Amazon comes here every day. Is that the best self journal?
It's not. It's I just have a regular notebook and I just like I made what I put in there. So like I don't know. I just thought of what to write in there for me.
This is gonna be the Joelle Hines journal. We're gonna put this out, all right, Robert. So this right here, this journal we're talking about is copywritten, all right? So you can't use this, all right? So go ahead and share, Joelle. So you have the journal, put the date, 3 things you're thankful for, you're grateful for.
And then I also do a promise to myself. I try to do that every single day. And like it can be as big as like I'm gonna push myself to do the work when I know I don't want to do it. Or it can be like I want to drink so much amount of water today. I want to consume this amount of fruits or veggies today. I want to work out today. I want to go on a walk today. Make a or like not I want to make like I will do this.
A promise to yourself.
Yeah, like because I feel like sometimes when you don't complete it, to me it feels like dang, I let myself down. Why didn't I do that? And like I try to go harder the next day and stuff like that. And then
so gratitude, 3 things you're grateful for, a promise to yourself. What else?
And then next is a to-do list.
Okay.
You like just write down everything like that you have to do. And then I separate that into 4 different boxes.
Hold on. I'm taking notes because you didn't tell me this part before. So go ahead. So tell me the four Robert Kennedy said he's gonna buy the first one of your journals because it takes too much time to create new stuff. So he's gonna just buy one of yours. All right. So go ahead.
So I do like I don't know how to necessarily describe it, but it's like a 4-box thing.
Yeah, so 4
boxes.
Something like this.
They're closed, by the way, but
yeah, okay.
And then I have at the top of like the first box to the left. I have at the top of it important, and then on the left I have less important. Okay. And then I have boring, and then less boring.
Okay.
And so I was watching this video from the guy. So this is where I got it from. All right, but like you do important and boring first because that's what like takes the most mental energy or something.
The stuff that's important and boring, you do that first.
Yes, and then like
that's like eating your broccoli.
Yeah, it's like you do these things you have to do, like so. Because I feel like if you don't do it, at least for me, I end up trying to push it till the end of the day.
And it rolls over.
Yes, it rolls over.
To next month. To next month. To next
year.
Yeah. But like, so I don't need to do this anymore.
Yeah, like maybe I don't actually want to do that. Like I don't even need to do that at this point.
Okay.
But yeah, that's how I organize my things.
Okay. Oh, that's like your take on the Eisenhower Matrix. All right. So that's the technical term.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I don't really know. So
Robert's saying those small words like will are so important. You absolutely. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, so your to-do, you start with your 3 things you're grateful for. You make your promise to yourself, and your boxes, the 4 boxes that are next to each other: important, less important, boring, less boring, and you start with what's most important and boring.
Yes.
What do you do last?
Less important and less boring.
Okay. I think you would do less important and okay, less boring. That's good. Okay.
So it's like the things that I feel interested in or actually want to do at the end of the day when I'm tired from doing everything else. You know what I mean?
That's so important, because for some of us, the reason we may do a whole lot of activity but not feel like we're making progress is because we're doing stuff that's not important and we're really excited about it. But at the end of the day, it didn't really move us closer to where we want to go, right? Yeah. All right. Anything else you put on that journal? Is that it?
Yeah.
And I like the We're back. Audio, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Somebody tell me. We had a little, I think my mic switched off, but I put it back on now. So I think we're good. I think we're good. All right. Somebody's going to tell me if you still can't hear me. If you can hear me, just type it in the comments so I know that we're not talking to ourselves, because that's not a good feeling to be talking to yourself. Yep, we're back. Okay, awesome. All right, so we thought we'd come on here because parents, one of the challenges during this time is your kids may not have some of the structure they had before, may not have some of the activities they had before. They may not have some of the ways they were able to stay on task before. And there's possibilities, there are opportunities, but also challenges. So thought Joelle would share some of the things that I saw that I've been learning from her that I think could help other teens, just adults, really, anyone. Before we jump off tonight, again, this is a special feature of All Through the Business. I thought, Joelle, it would be cool for you to share something you're doing that's dropping tomorrow with everyone here. You see her handle here for her Facebook and her Instagram business page. So you can follow her Instagram, follow her Facebook business page at Shop Slave Beauty. But you got something special you're doing tomorrow. Tell people about it before we jump off tonight.
So tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, we are having our first ever giveaway, and we are giving away a body butter, and it's going to be completely free of shipping, free of the body butter charge, and the entry to get in is DMing us on Instagram. You have to follow us first, and then you DM us your name and your email address, and then we'll pick out of a random hat or like a generator, and then we will DM you if you won, and we will get you your prize.
Yeah. By the way, I'm like the poster child for using this stuff. Joelle started making these body butters and cooking up stuff in our kitchen. Seriously, like my wife will tell you, like, what are you doing with our good pots and stuff?
Those are mine.
No, you were using ours at first.
Oh,
you might have bought some of your own after, but you were using
bowls.
Yes. Listen, Robert, she started using our stuff, and he said he's so proud of y'all.
Thank you.
So she started making that stuff. Let me tell you, I put that stuff on me, and you probably could see it here. Listen, I put this on this morning, and I'm still not ashy. Because her body butters are like the best lotions for my skin and skin like just really skin. It just goes on well, makes me feel good. I feel confident. You know, when you're not ashy, you feel confident.
Yeah.
When you ashy, like, I just gotta hold my elbows. But I feel confident. Love seeing what you're doing. Gotta get y'all on national use. Thank you.
Yes, awesome.
Yeah. So again, follow Shop Slave Beauty on Instagram if you're on there. Tomorrow she's going to do the drawing, and so you'll get some more information on that. But listen, we're just glad that we're able to share this with you. how to be productive as a teen during the pandemic. Again, this is a difficult time, so don't feel any pressure. Don't be comparing or whatever. But we just wanted to give you some tips that you can use. Yeah, no ash. That's right. That's right.
No
Listen,
ash.
man, y'all can see my elbow. I feel nice and smooth. My skin is glowing. I feel younger. I feel confident. I can take on the world when I put on that body butter. All right?
Lord.
Listen, Shop Slave A Beauty is her Instagram. And really, if you want to go find her website, it is simply
SlaveABeauty.com.
SlaveABeauty.com. Check it out. Joelle just got her website launched recently. Listen, thank you all for watching.
Yes.
We're going to do more of this. We talked about this, thought that the live feature is good. So we may be doing more of this. I'm all up in the business stuff. I actually like working with Joelle, working with Janiyah too. But Joelle, it's really cool. I like our little interaction here. And I learned from you. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Have a good rest of your evening. And we will see you again. Make sure you follow. Make sure you enter this drawing. And take the tools and stuff Joelle talked about, that journal stuff, and use it. Gonna use. Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Come on now. Come on. Let's do it, Robert. All right. Y'all take care. Have a good night. We'll see you soon.
Yes.
All right. Take care.
Hey, guys.